Hello and welcome to Hub2Hub, the Hey Partner Talk from 5HT Digital Hub, Chemistry and Health. We are part of the Digital Hub initiative initiated by the German Federal Ministry for Economic Affairs and Energy, and our aim is to foster digital innovation in chemistry and health, as well as sustainability in connection with our industries. Therefore, we are connecting established corporates with startups. Today, we are talking to Toby Hörnlein. Toby is Accelerator Manager and International Business Relations at Cleantech Scandinavia, our new partner, which is located around Lund in Sweden. Good morning, Toby. Welcome and good to have you.
Good morning to you and thanks for having me. Pleasure to be here. We're actually in Lund, right in the center of Lund.
Wow, okay, sorry.
That's right.
Well, Toby, we have just learned that you are an accelerator manager and also responsible for international business relations. What are you doing precisely, and what is Cleantech Scandinavia all about?
Very good question. So Cleantech Scandinavia has been, let's start there maybe, is a pipeline for clean tech knowledge and business intelligence in the Nordics, and has been for the last 14 years or so. So we collect business intelligence on the market, on clean tech developments in the Nordics and the Baltics, which is collecting knowledge about startups and innovation on the way to the market. That's one side of it. The other side of it is connections to our member base, which is consisted of investors, corporates, municipalities, and bigger organizations that are interested in the innovation. So we act basically as a middleman to connect both the innovation on one hand with the investors on the other hand primarily. So this is about scaling up, about funding, about networking. And I'm personally responsible for the Cleantech Village, which I'm in now at the moment. In the Lund office is here, where there's a common office behind me, and there are some small offices at the disposal of companies that want to come in and work with us.
Cool. Well, before we come to Cleantech Village, what you just mentioned, I'd like to know why is Cleantech located in the Nordics, and are you restricted to certain industries?
We're based in the Nordics because when the company was founded, it was founded by people from the area, so that's possibly the simplest solution or explanation. However, there is another level to it. The Nordics have a long history of being highly innovative, and I do think Sweden ranks always among the top 3 in the most innovative countries in the world, so it makes sense to be here from that perspective. But we do work with a lot of international markets, so we're going to strengthen relationships to the US at the moment. We're working a lot with the Netherlands, France, Germany, Spain recently. So Asia is constantly knocking on our door at the moment, and we will open that door very soon to them. Singapore in particular, and China. There's a long history of global engagement on our part, most certainly. I mean, we're not isolated. There's a lot of innovation coming from here that could benefit on a global scale for the Sustainable Development Goals, and be foolish to concentrate only in the Nordics. However, as a base to go from, it's quite perfect.
And industry-wise?
Industry-wise, it's not limited. I mean, we're all about clean tech, sustainability technology, which can be pretty much anything these days. I mean, show me one industry that does not have a green footprint or a green agenda of any sort. I mean, the fact that we're working with a chemical hub probably, says it all. But we're not limited as long as it shows impact, and if it has potential to change the sustainability agenda, or to positively engage people into changing the world in the right way, then I mean, it sounds very wide now, but that's because it is. So we're not limiting ourselves there.
Okay. Well, could you please let us know what programs Cleantech Scandinavia offers, especially for startups? Could you describe your innovation roadmap for us?
Yeah. So again, the Cleantech Village, where I'm here, this is the physical embodiment of the network that Cleantech Scandinavia is working with. That's sort of the started last year, and it's been quite the journey actually already in that 1 year. I mean, of course, there was COVID, so let's not get into that. But to open a common office in COVID times was, of course, a challenging thing. So we've done this digitally so far. and it's worked really well. And we're receiving companies from the international, but also from the Nordics. So the idea is, if you are a startup and you are in need of finance, if you are in need of network, of pilot projects, of, anywhere where you want to scale up, you need the right people. And of course, you can approach an organization, but if you are a startup and you're listening to this, then you'd be like, oh yes, of course, I've tried that for years. And then once I get to that person, they always say no. So what we're trying to do is to create a shortcut between that ambition a startup has and the right people, basically. Right? So if you want to get in touch with the organization, we have them in our network. We have the investors, we have the municipalities. We just made a trip to Boston digitally last week, for example. So if you're interested in that, we can help. And you come into us, and we help you. We take you under our wings, quite literally here. You sit with us, a soft landing offer. You can join physically here in the offices, or you can work with us on distance. And we help you in an individual strategy that we try to adapt to whatever it is you need. And then get you out there, basically, and get you in touch with people in the organization rather than the organization itself. So that's definitely helpful.
Absolutely, yeah. Because it's difficult to find the right person for the right project in a big company, and therefore you are the intermediate. Okay, so you just answered my next question. That is, who are the players in your ecosystem? But you already mentioned that. But okay, but you have been founded in 2007, so it's quite a while. Could you share a success story of Cleantech Scandinavia since then with us?
I think the best success stories. I mean, we worked before my time with Cleantech Scandinavia, so I've been around for another 2 years almost. So that was obviously quite some time before I joined. I came specifically in to build the Cleantech Village and run the accelerator program. But there have been quite a lot of successes with single companies that got traction through the help of Cleantech Scandinavia. I believe the best example is the ongoing procedure or the ongoing motor of the company, the engine, if you want, which is the Nordic Cleantech Open, and that is a annual competition for startups from the Nordics and Baltics that can apply, and then our members, around 60 to 70 members, form a jury, and they rank these 130 to 150 applicants every year. We have a top 25, we have a top 10, and we have a winner in the end. Last year, a company called Micarina, I'm not quite actually sure how they're pronounced, which is probably a bad thing at this point. But the point here is that they have now concluded a funding round for 77 million krona, which is give or take 7.5 million euros or thereabouts. And that was after they won the Nordic Cleantech Open competition. So certainly there is, if you get viewed and ranked by 40 different investors that you get to meet, by the way, face to face. So we rent a castle and we go there for a weekend, and we have that personal touch that I was talking about before. And once you've gone through that, you've taken the most important steps, and then it's pretty much just lining them all up and taking their money if you've got a good idea, which you have. Otherwise, you wouldn't have won the competition. So that in itself a success. It's now the 10th year running this year, so this is a very cool anniversary we're doing, and looking very much forward to having another round of really, really highly innovative companies with very good stuff.
That is a very promising format, I see. So it's cool to meet so many people and to be ranked and viewed by so many people.
Yeah, if I may add something, then we have this Cleantech Village was founded because of the NCO in mind, or with it in mind, actually. It's also for incoming international companies, but for us, the chance to give these top 10 or top 25 an opportunity to grow and to scale up with us, with the network that we have in place. And we're doing workshops and we have meetings and demo days and all that stuff. A bit of business development, but it gives them a boost. It just gives them the right place to be. That's the whole point of this.
That's exactly our point. Well, what we try to do with the startups in our network. So we combine our effort. And as I said in the beginning, we are now partners. And Toby, what are the benefits that you expect from a partnership between Cleantech Scandinavia and 5HT Digital Hub Chemistry and Health?
Primarily be the benefit I would expect from any partnership, an open exchange to start with. So what is cooking, what's hot, what's happening on the other side of the Baltic Sea, or the North Sea, actually, in that case. Germany is the biggest market in Europe for us. This is super important to be there. We have loads of connections there. German Trade and Invest is, for example, an innovation partner to the Cleantech Village. So we have quite, I am German from birth, so there's a reason personally as well. But I do believe if we don't open ourselves to the market and vice versa, open the German market to the Scandinavian side more than we have been traditionally, then that would be a miss, I believe. So for me, it's an exchange of thought that leads to an exchange of ideas that hopefully leads to some projects that we can do, an exchange of companies or events, that sort of thing.
So absolutely right. Well, while sustainability is not a new topic in the chemical industry, it is currently more relevant than ever. Therefore, both of our communities strive for a better, cleaner, and more sustainable world, where those innovations will succeed that help realize those goals. So, well, let's put together our efforts, exchange connections, and combine our platform, as you mentioned it, for more clean and sustainable business opportunities for established corporates and startups nationally and, of course, internationally. Well, it was a pleasure talking to you, Toby, and thanks for sharing insights into Cleantech Scandinavia. We from 5HT are looking forward to a beneficial partnership with you and as Cleantech Scandinavia, of course. Well, thanks again, and really have a nice day.
Thanks for having me. I did enjoy that. Looking forward to it. Thank you very much.
It was a pleasure. Thanks.